Loves 4 Agreements, Chapter 6, Part 2. Practice idea for mastering transformation, attach and detach. For this part, if you do journal, you want to journal for this. I'm going to tell you this and then you can pause the video and work on it. Practice idea for mastering transformation. Yes, you are going to have memories of the parasite, of the judge, the victim, and what you used to believe, but the parasite will be dead. Make a list of everything that you feel a strong attachment to, including people, things, events, feelings, agreements, and beliefs. How much energy do you spend trying to resist change or transformation? If you ever tried to paddle a boat upstream, you know how much energy is wasted by going against the currents of the stream. To resist transformation, to spend energy fighting against the current instead of flowing with it. Consider the following questions about items on your list of attachments. How much emotional and physical energy is required each day to maintain your attachments? If you could assign the price of up to $1,000 for each attachment, what does each one cost you? Is this really how you want to spend your energy? What else could you do with your energy to invest in your attachments? Are you ready to practice attach, detach with any of the items on your list of attachments? Start with an object you own that you adore and feel attachment to. On a scale of 1 to 10, with the number of 1 being total attachment and the number 10 being total detachment, how would you rate your attachment to this object? I would rate this object on a scale of 1 to 10. If you select number 5, perhaps you experience good equilibrium between attachment and detachment. You really enjoy that object and attach when it hooks your attention, but if you were damaged or if it was damaged or taken away, you could detach without suffering through weeks or years of regret. If the number you selected falls below the number 5, you may want to practice a little detachment. Begin by listening the reasons that you believe you're attached to the object. Here are some examples. If it was a gift from someone who is special to me. It was a one of a kind. There's none other like it in the world. It cost a lot of money. It's very old and irreplaceable. It's an antique. Now consider how much energy you spent each month on your attachment to this object. How much of your attention and physical energy is spent protecting the object from other people, keeping the object in perfect condition, paying for maintenance or protection of this object, worrying about this object for whatever reason. Look at your answers to the above list. Is your attachment based on fear? For example, fear that this object can never be replaced if it's lost, fear that you will lose the good feelings you associate with or attach to this object, fear that you won't ever have the money to buy another object. Like this, fear that if you let go of your attachment, something terrible might happen. Fear that you have to control life because you cannot trust life. Try to remember a time in your life when something you were attached to was lost or taken away from you. What did life give you in return, and what was lost? What personal qualities, such as compassion for others, did you develop as a result of this experience? Detaching from your beliefs. Go back to your book of law and look at the list of fear-based agreements you want to change. Are you attached to any of these beliefs and agreements? If so, what purpose do these agreements serve? Is it up to you to choose the kind of knowledge you attach to? Set your intention to practice detaching from the knowledge that goes against you or anyone else. Just imagine all of the energy and personal power that you will reclaim. Zoom in and zoom out. Think of a problem in your life that has caused you to worry or suffer. Imagine that you could view your life through a lens of a magical camera. When you zoom in, you see and feel every detail and facet of your life. Anything that touches your life comes into focus within the frame of the viewfinder. Imagine that you can also zoom out whenever you choose in order to see the larger picture of your life. In the zoom out mode, your focus is no longer on all the details. The first thing you see is the house you live in from the hundreds of feet above the ground. In the zoom out mode, you observe the ever widening panoramic views of first the city where you live, then the country, then the continent, until suddenly you're staring at the earth from outer space. Pause for a moment to consider your life from this perspective. Your life and all your troubles are a tiny speck on the face of the earth. All your dreams, all your desires, all your hopes and fears are there in this speck on earth. You are there in the midst of billions of people just like you who share similar emotions and dreams. Stay in the zoom out mode and continue your journey into outer space until you can see all the planets in the solar system. Keep going farther and farther until you enter the Milky Way, until the entire Milky Way is visible from light years away. Who are you? What are you? Where is your place in this vast universe? Why do humans suffer over so many small things in life when there is a universe of beauty and wonder to behold? When we consider the span of eternity and the entire history of humanity, our life is over in a mere fraction of time. How will we choose to spend it? What will we invest our energy in? Keep zooming out until you detach completely from your problem and you can see that it is insignificant in the greater scheme of life. Remind yourself that every problem carries the seeds of opportunity to learn, to love, to grow in awareness, and to simply to be happy to be alive. When we attach to an object, to our beliefs, to a person we love, it is just as if we are stuck in a zoom in mode and all we can see is the smallest part of our life. Our part of life. We can only see our own life, our own problems, all our own worries and attachments come into focus and fill our entire frame of our dream. As we zoom out, our problems represent a smaller and smaller percentage of our entire universe, and we find that we really don't require much of our attention at all. The next time you find yourself focusing incessantly on a problem, imagine zooming out with your magical camera. Detach from all the details and put your attention in the wider picture of your life. Remember that nothing in life is truly serious. Imagine that you can enjoy every person, every material possession, every event in your life as a magical experience that continues to unfold. Zoom out and keep going farther and farther into space until the cord that keeps you attached to your fears finally snaps. As soon as you detach from the fear, you detach from the problem, you detach from the outcome, and you are free. You are floating effortlessly in the stream of life. When you have no fear, you have no resistance. And when you have no resistance, the solution to your problem is there in the light and comes to you. The solution is every problem of humanity is in the light. You are alive, you are free, and you are powerful. You are not a victim of your beliefs, your desires, your society, or your circumstance. You are an active participant in the art of dreaming. And that was it for chapter 6. Thank you for listening.